Let me start by just saying how proud I am of this football team and just their competitor nature and the things that they were able to get done today. What a total team win. A total team win. This wasn't about any one individual player. This was about a group of guys that just really have come together to be a team. This wasn't about talent or any of those other things. So many guys just stepped up today, and it wasn't just about the starters. You look at B.J. Daniels goes out, and in comes Bobby Eveld to just do some great things. And Lindsey Lamar goes out, and in steps Joel Miller. Mr. Raymond goes out, Kayvon Webster goes out, and in comes Ricardo Dixon, and in comes George Baker, who played very little football so for us this year. So many guys. Kevin McCaskill comes in at the center position when Jennings goes down. I just go on and on. I think I got this injury list. It's about 10 people long. It was a physical game. It was a hard-hitting game. I think this Miami football team is extremely talented. This was a very physical football game of two teams that were competing extremely hard. We feel very fortunate that we were able to turn and create some turnovers and make some breaks for ourselves to turn and find a way to win on the road. But this is a big win for the program. This is the level we aspire to be. This is where we want what we want to do. We've talked about the big three in the state of Florida, and Florida State, and Miami have all won conference championships. They've all won national championships, and this is the level we want to compete at. I am very grateful for Doug Willard to giving us the opportunity to turn and line up and play these games. And with Florida State a year ago and Miami this year, I'm just really proud of this football team and the way they're coming together, the way they're believing and the way they're competing. Just really proud of them. We've got phenomenal leadership in this program. It starts at the top with Judy and the job that she does. She's in there leading the charge with the team after the game. I'm just really proud to have the opportunity to be here and experience it and have the opportunity to be the head coach of this football team.
Skip, can you talk about Eveld coming in, why you put him in, and what you saw in the last quarter and a half?
Bobby Eveld went in. We came in at halftime, and Steve and BJ came to see me. BJ said on that last run, right before the end of the half, when he pulled it and went around the left end and down about the 5-yard line, he said he felt something pop in his leg. He said he wouldn't tell me he couldn't go. He kept saying, "Coach, I'm hurting. I can't run, but if you need me to go, I'll go." How do you look at a young man like that, sitting there just telling you? I said, "I can't predict what they're going to do. I'm not going to put you out there on one leg." I turned and looked at Bobby, and I said, "Let's go. You're up. It's your turn." Somebody's got to step up, and depth is important on a football team. And Bobby Eveld went in there. We were very conservative with him early, but as the game went on, even in overtime, I called the double slants, and it's like, what are you thinking? You need a field goal. You got a freshman quarterback, and you're going to have to throw the ball over the middle. I said on the headsets, I said, this is a stupid call. Until Joel Miller called it on the one. Then I thought it was the best call we ever made all day. But really proud of Bobby Eveld. What a fantastic young man. And the job that he did to come in and compete, he did a great job. Did a great job.
Did it ever hit you that it's awful early and an awful lot to ask of a kid who was in high school about 6 months ago?
Well, and doesn't even have a scholarship at this point. Is a walk-on in this program. And here he is leading this charge, going down the field to do what he did. As I've said before, I told him last week when I thought he was going to have to go, I said, "Bobby, a lot of people talk about you being a freshman, but we've played 10 games at this point. You've had a lot of work and a lot of reps. At this point, you're a sophomore, pal. You got to get ready." And I thought we were going to have to use him last week. We never went to it, but this week with BJ's leg the way it was, I didn't feel like we had an option. And I thought BJ on the sideline was phenomenal for a guy like Bobby. He was down there on the field. He was encouraging him. He was talking to him. Hey, look to the field, then go to the boundary. And boy, Bobby went out there, and Bogan stepped up huge. The job he did defensively with Young getting the interception. Williams made a big-time interception over on our sideline with the one-handed play. Q Washington breaking that ball up in the end zone. The defense getting the team turnover for the touchback early in the game. So many huge plays in this game. So many guys just stepped up.
Coach, it's been a theme this season, your defense at the end of games, making plays when it counts. Why is that? Why are they so good at doing that?
They just believe, and they keep competing, and we just compete. 60 minutes, you just got to keep competing, and I tell you what they do. They believe in each other, and they have a lot of confidence, and there's an incredible togetherness and bond on this football team, and I don't think they want to let each other down. We've talked about that since camp. The way this team came together at camp, I said it in a couple of the losses, how bittersweet it was as a coach, because I feel like we're letting these guys down because they are so close, so committed, so bought in, and there's so many good things going on that I refuse to throw in the towel and quit on them because they lost a football game. And these guys aren't going to quit on each other, and that's one of the reasons that we're able to have success down the road. They believe and they keep competing.
Coach, can you talk just about the response you saw from your team after Miami was able to score those 17 unanswered to go up for the first time?
Was it 17 unanswered? I'm glad I didn't know that during the game. You're just in the flow of the game and you're competing, and it's next play, next play. All right, do we want to go after him? Do we want to back up, play zone? Okay, what formation do we want to run? Zone, man, etc. So you don't get caught up and, oh no, they've done this and unanswered, and you're not looking at those big picture things. You're so tied in to the next play and just focused on what you have to do. But, they didn't quit. That's the thing. They didn't quit. And boy, Bobby Eveld, that one drive, and then was started with about 4 minutes to go, and just threw some incredible balls. Bogan went and got them. They were playing man and zone, and we gave them a couple options. He made some phenomenal reads and some phenomenal throws going down the stretch, and then gave Bogan an opportunity to go get them.
There'll be a lot of people that would be surprised a freshman walk-on to play like this. Are you surprised?
No, and I say that not. Of course, I wasn't. I say that from a standpoint. We recruited Bobby. I mean, we recruited Bobby at the time. We didn't have a scholarship. We had turned and went to a little bit more of an athletic quarterback that we took in our first year. We encouraged Bobby to walk on. Peter did a phenomenal job with him. He walked onto this program. We went to camp. Bobby surprised me in camp. Bobby was a lot better than I thought he was going to be, cerebrally picking it all up, being able to make the throws, the talent he has, the job that he does. I have not been afraid to say that Bobby's been our two all along. I really haven't. And I know we kept saying this, when he gets his opportunity, and he may not look back. I mean, because that son of a gun, he's getting better and better, and he's been making the most of every day and every week and getting better. So 10 games into it, no, what he did today doesn't shock me, but I'm really proud that he was able to go out there in that environment with that pressure in a game like this on national television and do what he did. I'm proud of him.
You went ahead and faced a program that has made a living over the years with the vertical passing game, throwing it down. Do you think at some point or another that USF will develop that vertical passing game, especially with a taller quarterback, finding those targets downfield with your guy in place?
Well, and I think right now when you look at it, most of the vertical stuff was to Bogan. And we've got to continue to develop at wide receiver with the job we're doing. But, if we can, you've got to turn and coach to your strengths. You got to play to your strengths and call plays to your strengths. And that's why most of the vertical passes went to Bogan. And if they were going to turn and double him, that's when we turned down on the goal line and turned and went to the double slants over there to the field. But I'd like to see it continue to develop. Yes.
But I'm talking about in general. That's how Miami's played over the years.
And Miami's always had 3 or 4 wide receivers that can run and stretch it vertically. Right now, we're in a position where we really have one that's in a position to do that, but I would like to continue to develop that, because when you can push them vertically, it really opens up your running game. And obviously, in the second quarter and third quarter, we were primarily running the ball. They loaded the box, started bringing everybody downhill, and we went to the one-on-one, and a lot of guys stepped up.
Hey guys, we got Jarrell Young and Jaquan Williams in the back.
Skip, if PJ's healthy for UConn, do you go back to him to start that game?
Right now, I don't know. I've got, like I said, I got 9 guys on this injury report. Let's just see where we are. Let's get back home, get some treatment, and we'll make an evaluation from there with where we are. I don't know whether or not he's going to be able to go yet or not.
Skip,